Hey out there, and welcome. I'm Kate, and I'm glad you're here. So sometimes when I sit down and I think about what I'm going to do here on YouTube, I get totally paralyzed. Like I'm not entirely sure what to do next or what the right thing is to do. And that goes for everything in life, honestly. When I'm confronted with something and I'm unsure, I have a moment of total paralysis. And I think for me, the most important thing to do is to just start. And it might be ugly, it might be not what I think it's gonna be, it might be imperfect, but it's a start. So today we're just going to move. We're gonna start and we're gonna keep going for about 20 minutes and see how we feel when we're done. Sound good? Good. So grab a couple of blocks. Find a quiet spot. If you'd like to sit on a blanket or a towel, that's cool too. And let's just start. All right, so we're gonna start in child's pose. So go for it. If child's pose is uncomfortable for you, you can stay seated. It's totally fine. It's not a pose for everybody. You can come into it if you're gonna go for it. Legs together, or closer, or knees wide, big toes touch, depending on what you're looking for. It's more in the hips if you take it wide, kind of moves a little deeper in there. But just pick your poison, and you can rest your forehead on your hands, you can stack fists, you can grab one of those blocks or your blanket and put it underneath your forehead. Anything that gets you the chance to really relax. And just feel your body, your breath, maybe for the first time today. And then from here, you're going to keep your seat on your heels, but walk your hands forward. About shoulder distance apart, you're going to pop up onto your fingertips. So you have little tents with your hands. Roll your triceps in toward your ears. And as your upper arms lift, feel your chest drop down. And maybe sway your chest a little bit side to side. Maybe let your head go a little bit side to side. That's it. And then you're going to walk your hands over to the right. Press firmly through that left hand, drag your left sitting bone back. And then bring it through the middle and take it to the other side. Press through that right hand, pull your right side back. Nice big breath into that rib cage. All right, and then back through the middle and come on up into your table and bring your knees back underneath you. Gonna roll through a couple of rounds of cat and cow. And you can kind of hang out in places that may feel a little sticky. Can move how it feels good here. There is no right and wrong when we're just getting started, right? We learn what works and what doesn't along the way. So allow yourself the grace to learn. One more exhale, and we're gonna hold it there. Press into your hands, feel your upper back round. Draw your chin a little deeper into your chest. And then back through table. All right, so from here, I'm gonna walk your knees forward just a touch, set your hips back on your heels, and we're gonna come into this Vadrasana. Not for too long, but just for a moment. You're gonna roll your shoulders back, lift your chest, and just feel yourself kind of puff up. And keep that puffiness. Bring your fingertips behind you. I'm gonna lean back, maybe sway here too. Yes. All right, and then we're gonna take the knees a little bit wider, and you can stay right where you are if this feels good, and if this feels like you're good, and this is enough. If you wanna go a little bit deeper, you can drop down onto the hands, fingertips point in or out to the long edge of your mat. And we're gonna press into those shins, lift your hips. And you can take your gaze straight forward, you can take it up, you can let it loll back. That's it. And then you're gonna drop your hips to the floor. Bring your knees back up together, and then come up onto your knees. And you're gonna take your right foot and sweep it over to the right side. Just slightly forward of your hip here. I'll spin around. A little Parigasana, right? So lengthen down through this left side. Right hand to your thigh, take your left arm and reach it up and over. Yeah, feel that left shoulder roll open. We're gonna move kind of slowly today. Just try to get into it a little bit. Press into this right foot. You're gonna come on up, plant your left hand. It's gonna be the outer edge of the mat. It's totally fine. Lean into that left hand, and then you're just gonna press into the pinky toe edge of that back foot. Sweep your right arm up, and then take it alongside your ear. You're gonna float yourself forward so your shoulder stacks over your wrist, and then take that top leg and see if you can float it up. Yeah. And then from here, you're gonna bend your knee, and maybe grab that foot or your ankle. Maybe you just stay in the balance with the leg extended. Wherever you land, take a breath. And then if you've got the foot, you're gonna stretch it back out, plant your foot on the floor, and you're gonna walk your hands back into table. So you're gonna end up looking like this probably, right? Nice asymmetrical legs here, but try to square off your hips. And then walk your hands forward. Spread your fingers, wrap those triceps in, drop your chest. Same thing we did before in your child's pose. Feel those upper arms lift. That's it. And then you're going to walk your hands back underneath you, fire up your belly, lift this right foot off the floor. You can bend the knee to do it and sweep your right leg straight back. Inhale. Knee to nose when you exhale, drag it in. Kick it back, inhale. Knee to nose, exhale. One more, kick it back. And knee to nose, pull it in. You're gonna keep the knee bent as you kick it back this time. Press your heel up toward the ceiling. Shift your weight into your right hand, take your left arm and reach it forward. And you can hang here, just working this right side glute. If you wanna take your left hand back and try to grab for your foot, you can do that too. Yeah, beautiful, inhale. Exhale, drop that left hand, step your right foot up between your thumbs, sink your hips. Press into your right foot, lift your chest, reach your arms up. Yeah, sweep your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, drag those knuckles down. Kind of broaden through those collarbones. You got it. Sweep your arms out, reach them up. Exhale, hands to the floor, tuck your back toes, step it back, downward facing dog. And then take a second, right? We haven't really done a lot with the backs of your legs, so pedal out your feet. Oh, they might be tight in there. All right, inhale, rock forward into your plank. When you exhale, you're gonna drop your knees. Chest and chin, elbows in, shoulders back. And then launch off those toes, baby cobra, inhale. Exhale, release your forehead. Gonna press into your hands, come on up through table. Hips back to your heels, sleep those hands behind you. Roll your shoulders back and puff into your chest. You can take your knees a little wider, press into those shins, lift up. Yes. Drop your butt, drag your knees in. Gonna come on up again. This time the left leg's gonna come out to the side. Boop, and I'll spin around. Yes, left hand to your thigh, sweep your right arm up, stretch up and reach over. As you lengthen out and over that left leg, feel your right thigh bone lengthen down, your tailbone's gonna curl underneath you a bit. Roll that right shoulder open and then press through this left side. Right hand's gonna come to the floor. Give yourself a little knee down, side planky thing here, reach it long. And then shift forward gently. We can float this left leg up. And if you want to bend the knee, work toward that quad stretch, you can hang out right here. Take a breath. And then you're going to drop your foot to the floor. You're going to walk yourself back through. Here we go. We end up in our table. Left leg out. Left toes pointed toward the front of the mat. Try to find squarish hips. And then walk your hands forward a bit, wrap your triceps in, sink your chest. You can let your head drop. That's it. You're gonna walk your hands back underneath you. All right, pull your belly in, press the floor away. We're gonna float the left leg up. You can bend the knee and then sweep it straight back. Inhale. Knee to nose when you exhale, round. Inhale, kick it back. Knee to nose and round. One more, kick it back. Knee to nose, pull it in. And then you're gonna keep that knee bent, hook your heel up toward the sky and press into the ceiling with that heel. Left side glutes firing a little bit here, but keep your belly strong. Take your right arm, reach it forward. You can hang here. You could sweep it behind. Try to grab for your foot, your ankle. Yeah. And then stretch that left leg out, right hand to the floor. Step it up between your thumbs. Press into that foot. Inhale, reach it up. Anjaneyasana. Feel your hips sink as your low belly lifts away from the top of your thigh. You're gonna take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. That's it. Inhale, reach out and up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Step it back again, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, rock it forward into plank. And then knees, chest, chin. If you want a chaturanga, you can chaturanga all the way onto your belly. And then a high cobra, root through the tops of your feet. Loop those shoulders back. Inhale, come on up. Low belly strong. And then we're gonna lower it down slowly. I know it sucks, but do it anyway. Press into your hands. Come on up through table. Set your hips back to your heels. Child's pose. Smush them back there. And then walk your hands underneath you. Here we go. Back up on these knees. You're gonna take your fingertips back behind you. We're just gonna end off like way off the back of the mat. I don't know, why not? Roll your shoulders back, lift up into your chest, and then widen those knees, press into your shins. Maybe the whole hand comes onto the floor. And actually the whole hand probably is better if we do. You're gonna shift your weight toward your right leg, step your left foot forward. Step your right foot forward. A little reverse plank thing here. Reverse plank, reverse table. Slide your hips toward your heels, and then seesaw back and forth. Yes. You got it. And then you're gonna take your hips toward your heels. See if you can drop your hips to the floor. Keep that lift through your chest. Nice big stretch through your hands, through your forearms and your wrists. And you're gonna stretch your left leg straight out. Sit up nice and tall. Wrap your left arm around. You can keep that right hand behind you. Find a twist. From here, you're gonna swing around. Left hand to the floor, fingertips point away. Push into this right foot. Lift your hips. Come on up. Stretch it back. Yes. And then drop your hips to the floor. Okay, we're gonna step forward into this right foot. I don't know how it's gonna go. Maybe you wanna grab the blocks. Let's do it. Right? Grab those blocks. I'm gonna step onto that right foot, step the left foot back. And because we're at the back of the mat, you may have to adjust yourself for a high lunge. That's how it goes, right? Imperfect. And that's good. Rise into your feet. Come on up. Low belly in. Inhale, reach those arms up. When you exhale, you're just gonna bend your elbows, interlace your fingers, take your hands to the back of your head. This is our power stance. Feel your chest lift. You can take your head back into your hands, but keep the sides of your neck long, right? You don't wanna crane up with your chin. Just kind of keep everything long through the neck. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, hands are gonna come down to the blocks or the floor. Just work to straighten this front leg. Yes, yes, yes. Scissor through your inner thighs. And then soften your front knee. You can slide the blocks, plant your hands, step it back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, roll it forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Baby cobra, or an upward facing dog. And pull it back. Up through table, hips to your heels. And then come on up through table for a minute. You know what? Bring your knees forward a touch. See, we learn as we go. Set your hips back on your heels, fingertips behind you, roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Yep, take those knees wide, press into your shins, lift those hips. And then you can drop onto your hands. Ooh, you're gonna step the right foot forward, step the left foot forward, a little reverse table, and maybe seesaw. Yes, and you take your hips forward a bit toward your heels, drop your butt, try to keep your chest lifted. We're gonna stretch the right leg out, sit up nice and tall, wrap that right hand around and spin to the left. Keep that right leg active as you lift into your chest and wring it out. And then slowly you're gonna spin yourself back through center. Take that right hand behind you, lean into your right hand, press into your left foot, lift it up. And then butt back down to the floor. Grab your blocks. Why not? Now you know what we're doing, right? You're gonna press into this left foot, lift it up, step your right foot back. You may even still need to adjust. It's all good. Press into those feet, crescent lunge. Come on up. Inhale, reach. So the tops of your shoulders soften down, and then you're gonna bend your elbows, interlace your fingers, take them to the base of your skull and lean back. Like you were on a beach chair or, I don't know. I'm not sure. A camper chair, whatever you want to, wherever you want to be. You can close your eyes and imagine yourself there. That'll challenge your balance too. That's it. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to the floor. Gonna slide your hips back, work to straighten that front leg. Scissor through those inner thighs. Rock it forward. Ditch the blocks, downward facing dog. Inhale, come on forward through plank, and you're gonna lower yourself all the way down. Prop yourself up on your elbows. Here we go for Sphinx pose. Roll those shoulders back. Feel your low belly lift. Okay, you're gonna sweep that left arm across in front of your chest. Press into the floor. You wanna kind of brace yourself here. Bend your right leg, and maybe we can grab for that right foot, the right ankle, whatever works for you here, right? So you can hold here, you can hold here, you can hold here, whatever. Keep that low belly lift. Try to wrap your right shoulder toward the front edge of your mat. When you exhale, I'm gonna slowly let it go. Kind of like a slingshot on that one, but try to be gentle. Come back through your Sphinx. Re-engage through your core if you need it. And then we're gonna switch. Right forearm across, press into the floor, bend your left knee. Grab for that left foot. Same thing here. Keep the lift through the belly, tuck through the tailbone. And slowly let it go. Come back into your Sphinx for a moment. You're gonna inhale, feel your chest pull forward through your thumbs. When you exhale, curl and round in. Squeeze your low belly in. Inhale, chest forward. Exhale, squeeze and round. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze and round. Maybe those hips lift off the floor. Let your hips drop down. 2 more. Exhale, curl it in and squeeze. Maybe the hips lift. Inhale, Sphinx. Last one. Exhale, curl it in. And then slowly from here, you're gonna lower yourself down. Press up through table. Curl your sitting bones back toward your heels, nice and slow. Bring it all the way down. Slide your elbows in toward you. You're gonna take your right arm, sweep it up, and then bring it underneath. So we do a little thread the needle here in our child's pose. If you wanna walk that left hand forward, if you wanna keep it on the floor and just work the shoulder twist a little more, you can also sweep your left arm up and around. And then take your left hand to the floor. Gonna slide your right arm out. Give yourself a big old reach here. And then back down to the floor with that right forearm. Sweep the left arm open. And then bring it underneath. And you can walk your right hand forward if you want to work the twist. You can take the wrap. And then release, press into that right hand, sweep your left arm up. Nice. And then from here, I'm gonna come back up through table, sweep your feet to one side, and take a seat for a Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together. Knees can open out to the sides and grab your ankles, press into those feet, inhale, lengthen up. And when you exhale, come out and over. Can drop your chin to your chest. If you want to start to round your spine, you can round your spine. We did a lot of secret back bends. We just kind of snuck them in. So a rounding might feel really good here. And walk your hands underneath you. Come on up. Grab the outer edges of your knees, and we're going to hug the knees in for a moment. And one more time, just an easy fold. Maybe shake out your head. So take a moment here. If you want to go for a Shavasana, we're at about the 20-minute mark. So I'm going to end here. If you want a Shavasana, go ahead, turn off the camera. You know what I mean. You can go for your Shavasana, or you can end seated here with me. So take a moment. Feel your sitting bones down in the ground. Crown of your head, rise up. And bring your palms together into Anjali Mudra and bow your head and say a quiet thanks to yourself for making the time, for rolling out your mat, and for just getting started. And when you stand in front of something that feels impossible, that feels just overwhelming, or just like it's too much in the moment, remember that it doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to get started. So make it a great day, guys. I hope to practice with you again soon. You know the drill. Click that subscription button, hit the notification bell, share with friends. Let me know what you think. I'll see you again soon.